Alright, alright, alright. Good morning and welcome back to the Road to Better Chess, the game show when the points don't matter. So let's get ourselves into another 15 plus 10 game and have at it. Let's have at it. Alright. I think it's been a few days since we played one of these. I've had a league game, had some league coverage. Oh my word, news in the online league. John Bartholomew. Is it Jonathan? Anyway, John Bartholomew plays in the Lone Wolf for this season, the individual league. So his game happened at 3 a.m. my time. Hard to cover that. But maybe we can do like a post analysis or something. I'd be really interested to do that throughout the season as well. So maybe we'll get to that. Yeah, there's a lot of it though. I think the community covered it already in a live stream, and he himself is probably going to put up a video. So really fun. But I think maybe if I'm going to cover it, I should probably not look at their stuff before I do it myself. Otherwise, it's a little bit like cheating, right? Alright, let's just get ourselves into Zen mode here. We're playing black against e4. Let's go into the Sicilian. Let's see what we can see here. I just started watching a video on the Sveshnikov as well. Oh, maybe we can get it. Open Sicilian. No, it's a Rossolimo. Alright. We also had a Rossolimo recently. Actually, I think the previous game was Rossolimo. Yeah, and I see 3 and rook e1. These all transpose into the main line, where you can play e5. It is possible. But it's slightly dubidosa. I don't like I think you get like isolated pawns here, and I don't really like that. So let's just go with knight f6. We at least know this is a line now. We played this in the last game as well. Well, get the last green T down. And now they take. Okay. So a little bit slow. I still want to take here. Then if they push, I guess we're going to attack the pawn. If they push again, we attack the pawn this way maybe? Oh wow, okay. So this is what I want to do, but normally I have e5 on the board already. And now my knight's kind of interfering with that, so if we take and they push, I'm a little bit unsure how to go. We can't get the pawn immediately. Maybe we go here and then here to get it there. You know what, let's play into it, because this is not a structure I know, and I want to keep on learning how to play against it. Okay, we really want to get e5 in. That's kind of the move we're looking at here. So is there any way we can sneak it in right now? No, I mean they can trade off basically anywhere we go. Otherwise we try and defend it and then e5 here, and they push down, then they push again. Hang on. Here they push, here the pawn is hanging, and if they go here, we can snap it with our light square bishop. I think that's okay. Alright. We'll go look afterwards maybe if they play e5 immediately after we take back, what exactly the situation is. Because at that position I don't know. There I'm a little bit clueless. Alright, stopping our light square bishop from coming out. Also stopping the knight jump we wanted to do, so I think maybe I just go here now. Their dark square bishop can come out. We can tickle it though. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna get the setup we want. If the light square bishop can't go to g4, it can always go to e6, so that's still okay. And this knight, I normally have it here, looking at the break. Now it might have to help look after that square instead. Oh no, well, you've got a pawn looking after it already. So we castle, should we bring up a light square bishop? I think for light square bishop we probably want to play h6 first, just to keep that square clear. And this is a bit rough. That's not good. Oh, it's back. Okay. Not sure what's going on with the internet. Is it still connected? Is it not connected? It is connected. Okay. Rook back. Alright, that's not normal. I guess they're also looking at doing a break. They're gonna have to use a knight and then push. We can also move a knight and then push. So we move a knight, they move a knight, we push, they push. What's gonna happen is we're gonna take, and then they can take with their bishop on our queen, which is a bit uncomfortable. Unless we do like this. So here, knight moves here. It lets our light squares become a bit weak, but then this break is much harder for them to get in. Can we move our knight over somewhere useful? Yeah, this is a move. I don't think I like it very much. This just runs into some problems. How about light square bishop? Just they do their jump. I don't know. Let's say they do it here. Preparing f4. Here they play f4. We take. They take with their bishop. Maybe we do this here and then knight out this way. Because if they play f4, we can take and we're covering it with our knight. They also give us that square. I don't know if that's useful though. If they play g4, we can drop our knight into f4 actually. And then if they take, we get that. I don't know, that's not really our plan though, but I guess it's possible. It's nice to face something different. Otherwise we just continue developing because we just don't know. It's just this f4 we have to take, I think. Take. Oof. I wonder. Otherwise we jump out immediately. Now. Alright, and they jump and we press. And if they take, they take back with their bishop. We get off and we, oh yeah, okay, and you know what, let's not overcomplicate it. They can get their bishop out here, but we could probably still walk out of the way. There's nothing supporting that pawn coming forward. We could jump our knight in if it does. Yeah, the connection is really rough this morning. Yeah, there's the knight. Okay, here comes f4 now. We can stop it with g4 now actually because we played that. So if they push, we can take. Is this the way we want to take? Maybe. I don't really know, to be honest. My idea was this. Just take, and then they're going to take with their bishop, right? So we just do here and we're doubling up against that pawn. We can push the bishop away. And if we jump our knight in that case, unsure. This was the other move to consider. We jump it in, they take, we take back. The pawn supported by our queen. Then it's not so supported. Jump out, hitting that, hitting the pawn, take, take. This actually looks pretty good. And if they g4, yeah, that might actually not be bad. What if we do it after they push? So here they push, we do this. They take, we take. They push, we take, take. We can't take back. So this feels just, it feels like a bit of an overreaction. If they push, we can take, and well, we can take this way actually. Or we can take with the pawn, whichever. Hmm. Take, get our bishop into the game. Here they push. This was the original plan I had. You know what, let's just stick with the original plan. Developing feels right. We'll see. Oh wow, the connection really is bad. We play our move and it doesn't even swap over. Good thing we're going to be recording this because it looks like the connection's not going to help the viewing experience very much. Alright, is it coming? So this bishop move also isn't like a massive win because it actually doesn't do that much here. Okay, but we're going to take, and we're going to go over, take, this guy is still protected, this is still protected. So here comes the bishop now. And then we just do this, pop. We've got here, we've still got our nice over here. This guy doesn't have any immediate scary squares. If they attack that pawn, we can defend it. And here we can actually hit the bishop and then hit the rook. Although that doesn't really look like it goes anywhere. Oh, hang on, we have a nice... We can hit the bishop. And we can... Oh, we also have this. Not that there's anything in there just yet, but might be something to keep in mind. King goes over... Oh, wow, okay, they're trying to just trade off the dark square bishops. So here they take... We take with our king, I guess. Oh yeah, this is great for us, this kind of alignment. So here, 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 and they got to be really careful about what's happening here. Also have this kind of take with everything. You can do this in that case. Take here. We've got a check. We have a knight that can help us. Don't know if it's really winning yet. Anyway, this guy's hanging, so I think we kind of have to jump it. Is there a better in-between move? I mean, if we do something like this, they take... I don't know. Here we get on the queen for one move. But then we have to take back and it doesn't help us. Here... If we do this, and they take with the knight, then we get a piece for free, and they can get a rook in here. If they take with the pawn, yeah, it's still... Oh, hang on. If they take with the pawn, we have to trade queens. Oh no, hang on, we can do this, because this is protected. So this is looking like an idea, maybe. And if they take, we take here, and it's danger levels, because we're hitting the queen. So they... Oh, hang on, because they can take backwards. Shit. So here, here... Oh, it doesn't work, does it? Alright, otherwise this is a move, but I feel like this might be the move getting into the dark squares because they're trading off. Alright, let's go. Trade off those dark square bishops. We've got some activity here. Yeah. I don't think there's any in-between that we have to do, so we're just going to do this. If the knight jumps out, we can snap it. We can snap the queen as well, and just, you know, have a knight come out somewhere, hit the pawn. They push it, we take it. If they do this, we get safe, unfortunately. So if they push forward, we have to fall back. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's too many defenders on that square. And from here, we can't go anywhere. Oh, but hang on, if we do this, we do get this check in. So push, we check. They can't block with anything. Well, they can block with the rook, I guess. But then we can get this in, because the rook's pinned, so that pawn's hanging. Check. Otherwise, it's this. No, oh, here comes the queen. Scary. Okay, this changes the situation, because I can put a queen or a rook there. What if we... Yeah, if the rook was in front, we could do something like knight back, they take, and then get the double attack. But since it's not, doesn't help that much. I think this is the move. I mean, the pawns obviously protected by the knight, or by the rook. If they push past, we can get this, fix our pawns up. If they take, oh, that's dangerous actually. We can take with the rook, hit the queen, and then after the queen goes somewhere, we can do this, I guess. Unless the queen goes here. So if they take with the pawn, queen goes over there. Right, but I think this is the move here for us. It also brings our F rook into the game a bit more. And the rook's obviously protected, so it's not that bad for us. Push past looks like it's okay for us actually. We can do this and pick up the pawn. We can also put our bishop on the diagonal. Oh, then I can snap it off. Oh, this was the thing we just looked at. Here, here, here. We fix the pawns a little bit. They probably push. I like picking up the pawn more, I think. If they take, taking with the rook is a nice kind of one move attack, but I don't know if it helps that much. Take here, queen back. We can take with the rook. They take, fix our pawns up a bit. They take, fix our pawns up a bit. We still have this, if it matters at some point. These jumps with our knight. Knight can also come back. If they get out of the way, and we can actually just keep on pushing, but this pawn's hanging then, so I don't know if that's... Maybe at that point we have to either decide if we want to trade, or just defend the pawn at least. Otherwise we take... They probably take back with the knight. Yeah, I don't think I want to invite this knight forward. That's not a great situation. We can hit the queen. They can't get on the diagonal though, I think. Because I can... Yeah. Here, here, here. Oh, sorry, not here. Take. Taking here puts us in a fork situation. That's not great. Here. We can hang this pawn if it's worth it. We can almost put our queen in. It's gonna force the trade off. Maybe they defend the queen instead. But then we can do something like this. That knight can jump back. to hit this pawn. We can defend the pawn. Yeah, that's actually not bad. We'll get something like this. Yeah, so here I think this is the move. Taking doesn't help. Inviting the knight forward I think is terrible. Defending the pawn, I don't like when they take. We have to take with the rook, and then here eventually we fall into that fork. So I think this is the move here. If we push, they take first. Yeah, I think this is okay. I'm not excited to trade queens, but I think the pawn structure we get is not too bad. We still have a bishop, they have two knights. Our one knight, you know, at the right moment it might be able to get a good jump in here. They take, we take back. They jump back, we defend. Well, actually, they jump back. We can also just take. They go here. They just get an isolated pawn. And their knights kind of dominated here. Although this file will be open, so the bishop will be weak long term. But this is an IQP then, so I can hit the rook to hit that as well at the right moment. I'll also have this move because the knight's protected, giving us a potential check on the king. Right, now their time to think. Any moves we haven't considered? I mean, the queen's hanging now, right? And it has to stay somewhere here. Yeah, okay, so take, take. And now after back, we can defend the pawn. I don't know, is it better to take, take again? That bishop hangs. So take, take. We've got to like move the bishop. We move the bishop up. What am I saying? Obviously we move the bishop up. Oh, but then they get this potential fork in. So hang on. So take, 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 take. Here. Take back. I can take again. They can get a check in here. Doesn't quite do anything just yet though. And we're on this pawn as well. Otherwise we just... Oh man. Otherwise we just defend. Just defend. They probably take. We take back. Our knight's semi-dominated though. It has to come back then I guess to go there. Ooh, that might be good though. Okay, we're going to keep the advanced pawn. And we're going to try get our knight over to e3. And see if our bishop can cause some frustrations for our opponent. Obviously our knight moving does give them this square, so we've got to be careful. But I think in this moment we're basically threatening to take and just give them an isolated pawn for kind of nothing. They do this. We take this way. Yeah, here we can't do this unfortunately. So here we have to take with the rook. Again we walk into this though. Oh, hang on, maybe we played incorrectly. Here we have to take back with the pawn. Ugh. We have to accept an not an IQP, an IQF, or whatever that is. Yeah, so here they can trade, and again this is a problem. Basically we can just never leave a piece on this square. Alright, so we're going to take back with the pawn. Kind of unavoidable. Alright, they can attack that pawn from basically only this square really. Or this one I guess. So these squares. But now we can push the pawn as well. Here it's got two defenders. Where it is now it's got two defenders as well. Well, yeah, okay, so we can trade that off. We can let them trade off. So take, take. They're playing against our IQP situation, huh? Otherwise, like this, rook takes. So, nah. Unfortunately, this hangs, so just piece down, crying. Can't protect the bishop, so I either have to jump this back to defend the knight, and then take with the bishop here. This looks okay. Not ideal, but not terrible. Or I just take once and invite their rook forward. Then knight's gonna come in here and use all of these dark squares. So I probably have to take, and then just do this so I can cover the knight coming in. Knight jumps in, we have to take, they take back with the rook, which is always kind of slightly worse because of our pawn, I guess. Otherwise take this way. So here they take, we come back. Other knight comes out. Then we can block up the squares like this though, but they can jump here, taking this. Yes. Alright, we're gonna do this, I think. It looks a little bit more appealing. And if they don't take, we're gonna hit the rook. Oh no, they can come here, that doesn't help us. Hit the rook and we're stuck. And then we have to jump back again. We're gonna bring a rook over to the e-file first. We can hit the rook and come here maybe. Yeah, because if they attack twice, this square is free. So here, and if they only do one, then maybe we have time to like press our pawn up. This leaves the square behind, but I think, yeah, so here take. We have to get a piece over to the e-file. Knight over isn't immediately a problem. Here. This would be an interesting move by them, liquidating the troubles. I just start running my king up, I guess. Oh man, so we have the bishop, but we don't have a lot of time, and we've got a slightly worse pawn structure. We can at least protect this pawn with the bishop, but I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. Here, rook over. You can come in here, double attacking the pawn. We can push the pawn forward though. Yeah. Maybe we just have to do this, to be honest. Ah, but if you take, then our pawn hangs. Currently you can't come in here, at least. So I gotta protect this pawn. Do I do it with my king? Ah, then these are checks. I can step behind the pawn, that seems insane. If I do this, you can come in, which is not ideal. We can come here. I think I have to step in behind the pawn, to be honest. Or I have to protect it like this. Massive issues here. This. Fall back. You take, I take again. Yeah, it looks terrible though. Maybe I have to do something like this first. Or maybe just here. Oh wow, I'm really not sure what to do. Maybe I have to protect the pawn. So I can do this. Obviously you come in, I just block like this, it's fine. Coming in to trade off potentially. I can drop back here. It's very, very passive. Not ideal. That rook can come in here. I don't know if that's too much of a problem though. Come in here, I don't think. This is the only one that was kind of scary, but we have this. We had that in the previous move as well. I could have done here, and if you came in, I could have just done this. Oh man, we just worsened the position for no real reason. This does allow our rook to move though, so maybe we can get a rook on the e-file. Here, take, take. We can also take there, or here, and they take again, we take with the bishop. That's actually pretty good. If we can get knight versus bishop in this game, looking pretty good. We've got dark square pawns, so that'll give us options on their side. Yeah, here the knight comes now. Here, I think it's coming here, but if it comes here, what do we do? So if I go here and you jump down, then I have to do this, double attacking it, and you take back, then I take. Yeah, I think this is. Oh my goodness, and we're super low on time. Gotta move. Gotta move. Yeah, I still think the knight bishop game would be pretty okay for us. So I'm actually willing just to trade, because this knight can't immediately attack the pawn. I can defend it enough. So we're just gonna try to get the heavy pieces off. Knight comes here. I mean, rook comes here, we take. Knight jumps, we attack the knight. Oh, that's not good. Knight jumps, we attack the knight this way, I guess. And we're happy for them to trade off. Yeah, basically, not a lot of pieces gives us something, I think, because we have a space advantage. Too many pieces is what makes it scary. Here. Otherwise I just take. They take. Then I go over here. Oh no, but then my pawn hangs. Yeah, then I have to do this first. Oh, no. So if they jump... Oh, they do jump just this way. Okay, so here I think I'm just going in here. Here, and if they do this... Oh, and then I take this. Okay, we're going in. Gotta do it quick. Oh, I walked into a fork. Oh, I walked into a fork. Here. At least I'll be able to take the one out first and then take here. Bishop versus rook. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not ideal. I don't think there's many choices here. And they have to take their rook first, because otherwise we take back with and then we're okay. There's also a pawn hanging right now. Oh no, this okay, anyway. They take back, take here. They've got some squares to come into. I think we just gotta go for it, unfortunately. Now taking here would be a mistake because we get to trade equal, so you gotta do this. Yeah, now we have to take here. You got these squares to consider. This one I think doesn't matter. This one is the one that I have to at least react to. Here. I have to keep... Oh man. Don't know how to unwind this position now. Here you go here. You're coming in there. Otherwise, here, and I just let you have this pawn for that one. And I try to create some imbalances on the other side of the board. King up. Okay. What about this now? Oh, then everything hangs. So I gotta get my king up as well, I guess. Yeah, because this is being covered here, so this is now the only square, but again, that's not really so scary. Here, you go there, I go up. Still think this is okay for me, to be honest. Covering there. You're just coming to attack my pawn, huh? Okay. Now I guess I go here. You attack this. I here, you attack there. Oh man. Maybe I had to do this first. Maybe I just gotta sack this pawn. The thing is they can trap my... Oh no, they can't. Okay. So they come down, I take. They probably take with check. Move out of the way, they take there. Yeah, I'm definitely not great here. Just not having enough time maybe to calculate that tricky situation with the f-pawn moving forward. Okay, stopping our counterplay first. Probably good, but I do feel this gives me, because I'm covering all of these squares, right? I do feel this gives me chance to keep things a bit safe. So you can come in here, because my king can't kill you. But then I do this, and your rook can't really take. You have to basically open up the position. Oh, okay. Um, let's attack a pawn, I guess. I don't know what else to do here. Oh, hang on. Take. We can try do this, I guess. Here, you do that, and then I can sit here. Is that good? I don't actually know. Um, I got no idea what to do now. I can do this, but they can still get their rook in somehow. So rook here. Basically, don't want to move either my king or my pawn. So here, and I'm gonna like threaten something, I guess. Oh wow, okay. Here I take and they come in here, right? So I don't really want that to happen. If I do this, is that a massive problem long term? What if I push past? And then here, and they take, and I do this, and I try and get a pass that way. I mean, I'm probably lost, right? Rook over here. Push. If you take this way, I guess I take here. You have to take back. Oh, interesting. Very unexpected. If you take back, I take. Oh, I time. Come on. Did my time just jump forward? Okay. Oh, the connection is an absolute disaster, but that's not why we lost, so let's not worry about it too much. Alright, okay, so Rossolimo, and this is one of the mainline kind of stuff, rook e1, c3. So if people take instantly, I love this setup, but they didn't, so I play kind of mainline and then they take. So we're still trying to do the same setup. And here I'm just scared about them pushing, but probably I should just go trade off that. Sorry, I'm also trying to get e5 in. But probably I should just go trade off, because then I can push and it doesn't matter, right? And if you push now, I still have the option to... I just really wanted to stop this. I wonder if that was okay here. And they stopped me from coming forward. But now I get e5, which I wanted. And I think f4 is the right idea for white. I just didn't find the right way to play against it. So here, yeah, rook to f1, advertising their plan. Maybe bishop up is just silly. I wonder. Maybe we're supposed to play and try and like get some queenside space, but this is almost always a kingside attack. Maybe this plan was better. So we got this, and then maybe here g4 is g5 is correct, because then if they break, we at least can take it. Maybe, I don't know, do you take this way? Taking with the e-pawn feels a bit scary though, because I have these pawns, but they've got these guys rolling down the middle, so I think you have to take g. So here, and then you've got this kind of pawn situation. You're covering these squares though, so they're not coming in. And then you probably got to get your king over to the side to get your rook on the g file. Yeah, maybe that was the better way to go. Alright, so we allowed the break, and I'm pretty sure we have to take. And here, this seemed okay. I've got this idea, I've got this kind of general pressure. Bishop over was a good move, because now I have to trade off if I move my knight, and if I don't move the knight, it's just things are a little bit worse. So I decided to jump forward, take, queen up. Maybe this was the move here, but then the king goes over and I don't really have much anyway. Oh, you know what, maybe if I was going to trade off, I didn't actually expect to trade off queens at this point, but if I was going to trade off, maybe this was better first. So that if they go back, then I go here. And my queen's already here. I wonder. Maybe f5 was just not the right move. Maybe f6 was okay. Maybe I had to play my queen over and just protect. Am I high? Oh, hang on, this is the problem. They're going to play here, and then the knight has to move. I was just going to say, like, hang on, the knight's covering this. Otherwise, king back might even have been a move to do this, but then they come in and that's not nice. We don't want them to sit on our doorstep, right? Alright, so maybe this is not a mistake yet. Maybe here this was the move, but then they take, and I didn't really think that was great for me. Maybe this was the move, but again, inviting the knight forward did not feel correct. Although I do see I actually cover most of the squares. So we traded off. Probably this was the move. Take, back. I didn't like something about this. Oh, I really wanted to get my knight over like this, right, to e3, but I actually already saw that them taking means I have to take with the pawn. So maybe here, just taking the pawn directly, and if they take back, fantastic. And if they take my pawn, with the knight obviously, then I jump back, covering the knight's jumps, they take back, still they have an IQP, and I can probably push these pawns to get my bishop over to the long diagonal in the long run. So maybe this is where we went wrong, defending a pawn instead of clarifying a potential threat they have on us, because our knight is sitting on the side here. So another way we could have changed this position from happening was maybe jumping the knight here. So yeah, if the knight goes there, they take, we come up, queen comes up, we push here, take. Knight goes back, we defend, and when they take, we can take back with the bishop, and it doesn't matter, because our knight isn't getting forked. Alright, so we caused our own kind of problem here, and then incorrectly judged how to deal with it. Yeah, not sure. Oh, I didn't like that the rook can come in. Right? Yeah, because I can't do this because it's going to hang, so... Otherwise here I just had to invite that rook forward. Get our bishop on the nice diagonal. They bring their rook over here, we go up, knight comes over, we go over. They still get this jump though, this e5 square is just kind of weak. Not a great position to be in. Yeah, having to push this knight, this pawn back is disgusting. It's really terrible. Yeah, okay. Oh, king in was just incorrect. We should have maybe just defended. Let them take, we take, they take, we take. Yeah. So maybe just even doing this perfectly fine. This knight jump doesn't scare us because we can take here, and they kind of have to take back, and then we can hit the knight, which kind of just has to jump back again in that case. We can pin it to their rook and come attack it again. Yeah, this was just a mistake. We maybe just had to like spend a move. We could have even gone here, because there's no checks, right? So once they take, we can always take back and then take again. And the rook can come help defend the back rank. Okay, so we probably had multiple moves except the one we played. Unfortunate. Okay, now we've walked into the pin, into the fork. Sticking close to the e-file. Yeah, now we're just worse. King active. Yeah, we're just defending a worse position here. What did I play in this position? Up. Yeah, the connection was so bad. I flagged before it even showed on my own computer, I think. It was really weird. Alright, let's have a look at the opening book. See if anyone else plays this way. 21-21, nice. 20-21, nice to play against someone like that. Wow, they gained 19 points against us. Okay, well then. Congrats to them. Let's look at the opening book first. Yeah, so here rook e1, knight f6 is the main move. e5 is playable, but I don't like the positions that come from it if you don't have already got this pawn taking. f6, now they take. D and B are okay. We did D, d3, queen c7, castle, knight d7. Oh, knight d7. No, I don't know exactly what the point is there. Castle is his main. We did queen up first. e5. This is basically the move we wanted to refute with queen up. um, this is what we were going to do, I think. This is just bad because they can defend it with the bishop at the back. I didn't even look that far. That's not good. Alright, anyway, they didn't do it. Let's see, here we go. Now we're back into a position in the master database after e5. Castle. Bishop e3 is a main move here. Yeah, I know bishop e3. This is perfectly fine. All of these structures really nice. Queen e7, knight e7. I like this one though. Knight e7 kind of makes sense, I guess, although I don't know when the knight's going long term. Maybe I'm just trying to get that break in because I have to retake with the g-pawn. f5. f6. Okay, I would have played f5. Apparently neither of those moves are the best for the engine. Alright, we castle, they played rook back, and now this is no longer a master level. So let's see if Top Leeches has anything to say about this. Rook f1. No one plays rook f1 in this position. Okay. Where our mistake was, let's see if the engine agrees. What is happening? The connection is so bad today. There we go. Alright, it's going. It's going. It's going. Let's see what it says. Position we're looking at where I think we went wrong was... Well, here I think we had g4 maybe. Yeah, bishop e6 gives the situation back. So clearly there was something, but that wasn't where we lost. But is g4 best? Knight out. I knew knight out was good, but I felt like it was like a strange mill up my pieces instead. Oh, okay, well, unfortunate. Here we go. Taking. These are all normal moves. In this position, maybe... Oh, both of these moves are okay. Okay, so we had the right idea with the pawn. Going up with the queen for a check was also acceptable. This is all equal. Still equal. Still equal. Bishop takes. Oh, the frustration. I knew the bishop was covering that square, but I only looked at it afterwards. Even in my analysis, I kept thinking the rook has to take. Bishop takes. Oh man, defend everything. Now the king comes in. And it's a draw. This is equal, I guess. Yeah, this is all draws. Alright, so slight inaccuracy allowing that rook to potentially come in. And then massive fail walking into a fork. Ah, man, okay. That's very frustrating. let's just have a look at this opening situation. So here, let's see, rook over, knight f, takes, d takes is the one I like, d3, castle is main, queen c7 is okay, top lead chess. All these other moves are also acceptable. Okay, let's just look at the main line quickly. h3, knight e8, okay. Okay, so I should actually just get comfortable with the fact that I have to move this pawn eventually anyway. And massive draw amounts in the master level. Okay, we did queen c first, e5 is the move there, knight d5. What happens if they play this? We're just going to keep on running our knight around the board, and their pawn structure is going to get h3 again, just stopping us from trading off our light square bishop. Here, castle, bishop f5. Okay, castle is okay. And in this position we were supposed to do what? Immediately jump over the b6, knight h5, h6. Knight h5, b6, h6. I mean, we played h6, so that seems okay. And then we had to play this move, which... Oh, you know what the reason that I feel like such an idiot now is? Not only does that counter this, but it counters this as well, which we calculated. We looked at this. I was uncomfortable getting like these files like some kind of open, but oh man, that's frustrating. Okay, so if they come in with a break, we just gotta kind of be ready with our knight, because we have that square protected enough that even if they take, we can take back and have a pawn there. Oh man, okay. We didn't do that though. Yeah, this also, I guess, in hindsight, there's no knight there, which is normally one of the reasons you can put the bishop there to trade it for one of the knights. But now, there's no knight there, and we can't get this knight, so this bishop kind of doesn't really do much where we developed it to. It just sits there, defending the f-pawn backwards. Alright, alright, alright. I think that's going to be it. It's an unfortunate way to lose, but a good way to learn a bit more about the Rossolimo structure, especially because now they've kind of mixed two of the ideas we normally play against, making us play f6, knight f6 first before they take. But at least we know that we can still play roughly this way. We just have to know a few extra lines. The thing that I have to be careful about here is this e5 move. We have to learn how to play against this properly, because currently I'm still a little bit uncomfortable. h3, that's probably something they played. b6, knight c6. Knight c6 did pretty well as a top lead chess. b6, h6, knight c, queen c. Where does knight c go? Bishop out, b6, a4, a5, queen up, bishop out. Nowhere. We're just leaving the knight there on c7, and we're saying it's okay. Okay. I guess that's another thing we will have to get into in a different video. I think for now that's it.